Hello my friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sheree and my channel is Turquoise Dreaming. If you're new, I make journals and do paper crafting and just have a good time here on my channel. Have a pleasant, happy time. So I am working on this one. I'm just about to show you these, but the journal I just started today working on is this Snow White journal that I've been showing you, this book. And so I've got the new spine made. I'm just going to show you the cover real quick. It's a 1973. I think I just saw the copyright was 1973. Actually, I have it right here. I have one page picked out so far for one of the signatures. Yeah, 1973. This is what the inside looks like. It was this book was really in excellent condition, really. 1973. So that's pretty old. That's vintage. And the inside is clean here. The only thing was there's a stamp right here, like, I don't know if that's from a child or an adult did that, but it looks cute, so I left that there. I don't mind that. But there was a name up here, which was nicely written, but I still wanted to cover it up. So this is actually a piece of the selvage edge from this fabric here, and I just brought this fabric home. I thought it just had all the colors of the you see all the colors here in the Seven Dwarfs? Well, it's like the same colors are in this fabric. It was like meant to be. I really couldn't believe it, but I had it sitting here. I haven't even shown you in a Thrifty Thursday yet. I will show you in a future Thrifty Thursday, but I had it sitting here getting ready for a video in a Thrifty Thursday. I was like, you know what? That fabric would be perfect with this book. So see, look at the colors here. Her dress, that same color. Oops, got a little piece of fabric there that I cut off. And what is that? Oh, the Seven Dwarfs skin color is the same color as this too. Or not too, but that. And just, the reds and blues just all go along really, really nicely, I thought, with this book. And it's a fun, pretty spine. So anyway, it's 1.5 inch spine. I've got the one page, which is right here. I cut down a little bit, and it's these pages all stayed together. So I took one page though so far and cut out some fussy cuts. I did that in the Mickey book too, and I thought, it was a lot of fun for me to, I guess I apparently like fussy cutting, so I thought I would do it because there's so many pages in here. I thought I would do it again in case whoever ends up with this journal, maybe they don't like to fussy cut, or maybe they can't fussy cut. Some people, have trouble with their hands and their fingers and things. And since I like it so much, I thought, well, why not cut out a few pieces anyway? I got one Snow White here. I left, like, whoever gets this can cut, say, there's a little bird right here. So say you wanted to cut around a little bird and just have Snow White. But I left a little tree here because there's a bird nest right there with some little baby birds, and I guess that's the mama bird. But so I left that on there for now. So, because I was going to cut it off, I'm like, oh, there's a little nest in there. I can't cut that off. And then this little group of the dwarves, I thought was cute, so I cut that out. And then here's, this is one of the little dwarfs, just his head. He was off on the side of a page, so I cut him out by himself. And then, his head, he didn't have his body. He was kind of peeking around a corner or something, so he didn't have his body with him. I didn't cut his body off. He didn't have it with him. It wasn't showing anyway. And then these little pieces, they were all separate on a page, so that was a perfect opportunity to cut out some of these guys. And so that's what I've cut out so far. And I thought maybe we could make some ephemera again for this journal. Oh, I cut out one word here too. I saved one word from one of the pages. Grumpy. So that's cute. So I have some cardstock here, just some scraps I grabbed out of my scrap box, and I thought we could go through the pages a little bit and pick out some that would be nice. A couple of journaling cards and a couple of tags. So, like, I was starting to look for some before I turned on the camera. I thought, well, let me just go ahead and turn on the camera and we'll look together. But let's pick out a couple of journaling cards. Well, we'll look, because I think this could be a journaling card right here. I think that would be really cute on about a 4x6 size card. So here's a piece here. See, this would fit over here. I need to cut it down a little bit. Like, this is my cardstock that I recycle from work. So like there's a partial tab on here. It's shiny. Right here, a little bit of where the tab was. So I need to cut that off. And see, here's one of the holes still left on here. So I'm going to cut that off. And we'll go from there. So I'm saying, I kind of have in mind, and I'm saying 4x6 for the journal cards, but they can be a little bigger, they can be a little smaller, just whatever we want to do. So I'm going to take this page here for one of the journal cards, because I think that would be really pretty cut out. I'm just going to cut off the fold here. In fact, maybe we'll go ahead and make them as we go, as we find them. We'll just go ahead and get them ready. And then I'm going to pick out, probably not during this video, but I'm going to pick out two, double pages for each signature. So, and then, we'll have used a couple for the ephemera. Let's see, I think I'm going to cut this down to about, well, I guess I'll cut the words off right here, right above her head. So about right there, I'll just go right below the words. And then, because I want to see what I'm working with here. What I got to work with. And then she's sitting on a little corner, well, there's a pond down here. And I don't know if what's behind her, like if it's a window or if this is a porch or something, but I'm trying to decide. I think I should cut it right there. Right on this, like where this ledge is. I think that would be a good spot to cut it. So yeah, I'm going to keep all of these. There's some pretty little swans there. And whatever I don't use, I will, put into the, it'll come along with the journal. All the extra pages will. So now I need to cut this, this cardstock down a little bit to match the top there. And then decide where we want to cut here. So I like the castle, of course, and I need it to be about over to here. So I think I'm just going to cut where I think 4x6. I'm not measuring. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. So about right there. That looks like about 4x6. I'm just going to cut it right there. And oh, you know what? I have to go get my. I took my corner rounder to work with me. Oh, but I have my. We'll try my. Let's see. We'll try my. I have my envelope punch board here. Can you hear me? Okay. And it has a corner rounder on it, so we'll use that. So I don't have to go get my corner rounder because I took it to work with me. Because I have some little crafting I want to do at work on my lunch break, not at work, but on my lunch break, how if you're new, I craft on my lunch break sometimes, not every day, once or twice a week. During the summer, less because it's nice and warm and I like to get out. But during the winter, when it's cold, I have a tendency to stay in and not want to go out in the cold. So I just stay in on my lunch break and craft. But yeah, I had to take my corner rounder because there's a little project that is very portable that I want to work on. So I didn't work on it today though. I took everything, but I didn't work on it because I went out because it was so nice. It's hot, but I don't mind. I don't mind the hot weather. So I like to. My office building is so cold. It actually feels good to get out in the, to me anyway. Out in the nice hot air. It's not even, it only got up to like 81, 83, 81, 83 today. It was warm, but I didn't think it was too warm. I never got overheated or anything. So, it is what it is. All right, so that's really cute. I used the same thing on the Mickey book too. They were the same type of pages as these. Kind of the vintage, kind of not real thick but not thin pages, and you can't see the glue through them. They glue down really nice, and I'm using the art glitter glue so that I don't have to. I mean, I don't really want to sew around these. I don't, for some reason, I just don't feel like they need the sewing, or, I mean, I'm sure they would look nice, but I just don't think it's necessary, or even it would add that much to it. I think they look pretty just like this on these particular books, with the picture just going right to the edge and nothing interrupting it for some reason. I just really like it that way on these pages. And so I'm just gluing a nice picture down onto, with a good glue, so you don't have to feel like it's come loose or anything, so you don't have to sew around it, and rounding the corners. And I think it just looks so pretty. And then you have, I'm calling this a journaling card. There's a little strip here I need to cut. I'm calling this a journaling card so you can write on the back, but I'm not going to glue it down. I'm going to put it in a pocket or clip it on a page, and then whoever gets it can decide what they want to do with it. Do they want to write on it? Do they want to glue it down as a pocket? They can do whatever they want. Okay, I think that's, yeah. I'm trying to see if all the edges are nice and rounded here. Because since I just, you really should let the glue dry for a couple of minutes. Make sure it's not soft, soft with glue on the edges. But yeah, that made a nice corner cut there. So that looks really pretty. I thought it would, and it does. So let's look for something that would make some good tags, a little more narrow picture, and another journaling card. So here's the rest of the pages. This is the other side of that. Look at the little reindeers inside. Little deer are inside the room there. Oh, this is the dwarf's room, because I see there's 3 pillows. And she's laying on all their beds. She's laying across all their beds. Anyway, we're looking for tags, so we need 2 pictures going maybe this way that I could cut and, divide maybe. So let's see what we got here. And we're looking for, there was a picture in the back I saw where it's, I guess, is his name Prince Charming in this book? Anyway, the prince. There's one in the back with the Snow White and the prince. So, let's see. Let's see what we got. Oh no. Well, I don't particularly like this one. But this could be a cute journaling card. I mean, well, I do like it. It is really cute. Snow White got down on her hands and knees and cleaned the floor, it says. So I do like that one. That is really cute, actually. It wasn't what I was looking for, though. It's like, she's got her hair up and she doesn't look like Snow White there. She doesn't have her dress on, her Snow White dress. Well, she does have it on, but it just doesn't look like her with that little thing in her hair. Anyway, you know what I mean. Oh, now see, that's a pretty one. That's what I was looking for, something like that. But let me look at I haven't seen one that's divided in half. Now this could be a good tag here. Let's see what we got over here. Like right here. But I'd only get one out of that. In the Mickey book, I happened to find a page where there's 2 characters, and I was able to split it right down the middle and make 2 tags. I'm kind of really looking for something like that. So this could work, because I could make a tag out of the 2 dwarves here, and then another tag maybe out of Snow White, and even a little journaling card or tag out of this dwarf there. So that is a definite possibility. Okay, I'd just like to look a little bit more, and let's look for that Prince Charming picture that I mentioned. Now this could be a cute tag, journaling card right here. It's right in the center. Let's see what's on the other side. Oh, but this is such a pretty picture. I really wouldn't want to. I'd rather use that one. That one's even prettier than this one. So I'm keeping my hand here for this as tags. So I'll come back to that in just a second. I just want to find the Prince and Snow White here, wherever that was. It's in the back. I really don't want the witch or whatever she's called. Yeah, she's called the Wicked Witch in here. Oh, now here's a cute. This one could be cute. What's on this side? See, that's the witch. I don't mind cutting her up at all. So these could be a couple of journaling cards right here. That one and that one. They're a little bit wide for tags. So let's keep going for another minute here and find that. Here's the prince where she's asleep. And then, oh, here it is. This is the one I was thinking about. Okay, so I think let's go ahead and do those tags out of this page. So let's see. Oh, I haven't separated this yet. This is how it was 2 signatures in this book, and it was sewn in also. These signatures were sewn together, and then these pages are also sewn together. So quite a sturdy little book here. Let me cut some of the strings. This one, I don't remember where, let's see, where did I get this one? I might have gotten this one at a used bookstore. The last, I think this whole pile that most of this pile I've got at a used bookstore. And it was my favorite used bookstore. It was the only one around, really. And it moved. Oh, I'm so sad. I can't go to it anymore. It's too far away. I don't really need to. I find plenty of books around here, but I just really, they had some really good deals on books and on the children's books, and I just, I really miss it. But it's okay. I shouldn't miss it because there are, now I have to find my, here it is. So this page is actually glued together. These 2 pages, they're not really together, they're just glued together. Most of them are actually together where it's like one piece of paper that makes 2 pages. So this is the one I was talking about here. Let's get moving so we can get these done, not take too much time. So I've got my glue. So I'm going to cut this, let me see, I think I better, well, no, I want to cut it straight so that I can figure out where I can put my tags. So I think I can get in between all of these guys if I cut right here. I'm not cutting any of Snow White if I cut right here. But if I move it over just a little bit, then I won't cut his hand off. So I know you probably can't see all of that, but see. And now we will, I have to think about this for a second. Let's cut right here, right below the words. Always check the other side in case there's a little something that could be cut out. And then there's just words on the bottom of this, both sides. Okay, so yeah, there's some words right there. But you know what? This is going to be a tag. Let's go ahead and glue it down, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with those words, because I don't really like that. But, okay, this will fit on here. So let's go ahead and glue it down. We're not messing around today. We're going to get these done. I think that I'm going to grab a little flower and put over those words. Let's see. We've got greens and reds, and we've got a little purple there, and there's even a little pink patch on his. So really, any color. Flower. Let's see what I have over there. I'll have to go grab a flower. But I think I'll put a little flower right there. I think that'll be cute. And then it'll be near the top still, so that if somebody wanted to tuck it into a pocket, it won't get in the way. Okay, let me cut right here. A little bit of white sticking beyond that page there, and here at the top. Get all this extra cut off and we can see what we have. And there's a sliver. I just need to get these out of the way so I can not have them in the way when I'm cutting. Okay, I want to cut right next to that edge, not leave any extra. back, you know, the cardstock. Okay, there we go. Nicely cut, all trimmed. And, oh, there's a little bit at the top right there I missed. How did that happen? Okay. I think I want to cut this one into tag shape. On the Mickey journal, I left them rectangle. There's a lot of extra white up here, so it's a good opportunity to, you know, I'm not cutting anything off, and there's no color there, so, oh, let's see. There's a little sliver here. What in the world? We can't have that. I thought I cut over the edge there so that I wouldn't have any extra. And there's still, but I'm going to be cutting the corner off. I think there's a little bit on the corner. Maybe I'm seeing things. I think it's okay. I think I'm seeing things. Okay, we're going to just cut our corners off here. Okay. And then we're going to punch a hole. I'm going to wait a minute, let the glue dry another few seconds, and grab a flower first before we punch a hole. I just want to make sure the glue is not too like soft right there. It doesn't feel like, it feels dry, but I just want to make sure. Let me grab a flower. Let's see. I kind of want to grab, I wonder if I have a purple flower right here. Let me see. Yeah, I just, you'll see these in a future Thrifty Thursday. I have it scheduled to be published actually in a few weeks, probably. I'm not sure which week it is, but anyway, these are really cute. So we've got like a light purple right there on his sleeve. Aren't these cute? These were $1, 48 pieces at the thrift store. And they're just paper flowers. Oops, there's an extra one. And they have like a little bead in the middle. So, hey, look, that would be perfect. Okay, we're going to put a little, let's see, where is my Fabri-Tac? I'm going to put a little Fabri-Tac on here. And just in the middle, because it's going to be sticking out over the edge, so I don't want to put too much glue on there. It's going to be sticking out over the edge a little bit, which is fine. I think that's cute like that. Oh, that little bead is hard to, I'm going to press down around the bead, because the bead wants to kind of, I don't know, it's different. But I'm just pressing down around the bead, and then the bead will just be, can you see it? It's sticking up a little bit, which I knew it would, but it's sticking up a little more than I thought it would, but it's fine. That looks cute. It brings the purple up from his sleeve. So, okay, I think we can punch our hole now. And then we need a little ribbon. Let's see. That would really be cool if I had a purple, that same color ribbon, because that's like the same color as his sleeve there. I'm gonna have to pause. I know I have purple. I don't think I have that. I have some pink. Might have to be a different color ribbon here that we put up here. Okay, so let me go look, see if I have anything that same color. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just I picked up this ribbon here. It's not the same color. This is actually pink. And this is actually a light purple, but it looks very, like if you put them next to each other, they look very, very close in color. So this is the closest I could find. So all the I didn't realize there were so many shades of purple. I mean, I did, but I looked over and I had like 3 or 4 different shades of purple on my ribbons. I'm like, oh, none of those match. so we're gonna use this one. We're gonna go with it. He has a pink patch on his jacket right there, or his shirt. So there's so many colors, it really doesn't matter. There's so many colors in this book. So we got 1 journal card done and 1 tag. So let's see if we can make a couple more pieces before we go. I'm going to put a, you know, if you saw the Mickey journal, you saw the little charm I made with the Mickey Mouse shaped memory match game card. I'm going to put one in this journal too, but you saw me do that already. Okay, let's see. So these two I'm going to cut in half. It feels so thick. This paper is kind of thick, actually. Thought I had 2 pages there for a second. So here's a little one. This can be a little journaling card. My scraps out of here, my trash. And so let's get a little piece of paper here. Let's see. I have some. Oh, this is probably too wide for that. I have some craft colored cardstock here too. I thought I could use if they're. Yeah, he's going to be too wide for all these. Oh, no, he can fit on here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought that would be cool to use some of this too. Alright, so let's get some glue. And we'll shape this one up. This will be a little journaling card. Let me get my edges and my corners real good. Alrighty. And so I hope everyone's doing good. Everything's good around here. Everything's fine. Nothing. Well, we celebrated my older son's birthday and Father's Day, and then that's all the excitement, really. That was a good time. I think I already mentioned it in one of my videos, though, so I won't talk about that too much. And I want to talk about the same thing again. And I don't know if I mentioned my granddaughter went to VBS. Oh, yeah, I need to let that dry for a minute. Let's let that dry for a minute. I'll go ahead and shape it up a little bit more here. I need to cut like a little strip all the way around to get it nice and straight all the way around. You know what I mean? Because basically the cardstock wasn't straight that I glued it down on. It wasn't exactly perfectly straight, so I guess we might as well do that before we round the corners anyway, right? Got to do that before we try to round the corners. Yeah, so nothing exciting, just same old work. Work and crafting, which is fine with me. I think a lot of us crafters are probably homebodies, so that's why we love our making junk journals so much, or in crafting or whatever we do, because we're at home and, you know, we're happy. So, okay, now that's nice and squared off pretty much, I think. So let's, it doesn't feel wet, so let's see if the corners will round a little better for me this time. Oh, why is it so hard? I'm using the craft cardstock instead of the white that I was using. And my little thing is getting jammed here. My little corner rounder. Where is it? Where does it pop up? Oh, up here? Up here? Up here? There it is. Okay, I found it. Yeah. Maybe we can just cut that a little bit right there. It gave me the imprint. Well, it almost went through. Is it wet there? No. From the glue, you know? No. It's just sticker. I think my corner rounder would go through it better. I don't know why this is so. So let's try it again. Let me stand up and get some leverage on it here. No, I'm going to have to go grab my corner rounder because that is not cutting through that. That craft cardstock must be thicker than my white cardstock. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it. Let's see how this works. Right through. Wow, that's kind of amazing that this wouldn't go through it, and my corner rounder goes right through it. And this is like 10 years old. There we go. That's cute. And then whoever gets it can add to it. I don't need to because, you know, it looks fine. There's no words or nothing to cover up. But I will leave it like this so that whoever gets it can do whatever they want with it. So there's a second journaling card. And then we wanted to do this one. But I'm wondering, do I want to fussy cut her? She would be perfect to fussy cut now that I've got her separated from everything else on that page. And maybe put her on some colored paper. Let me see if I have some light colored paper that I could put her on. I think that would be really pretty instead of white or the craft color. Just one second. Okay, I found some paper and I went ahead and fussy cut her out. Look how beautiful. And I found this paper. It was so perfect I had to go ahead and it's a whole 12 by 12 piece of paper. I looked at my scraps and I didn't have anything the right color in there or the right size, you know, big enough. Everything was kind of too small and not the right color, so I picked out this one, which will be perfect. So I think she's gonna let me see. Let me cut off this kind of extra, like, it's not even a branding strip. It doesn't have any branding on it. It's just a strip up there that we don't need. This particular piece of scrapbook paper came from the thrift store. Just FYI. And it's very pretty. It's one-sided, white on the other side, so it can be writing space. I'm thinking that, like, I could have her sitting in the corner and then have a little extra room over here. I kind of would like to see what that looks like. I can always cut off the extra room. So, I'm trying to figure out, I want to be efficient with this scrapbook paper too, so I think I'm going to cut it with my scissors so I can not, I don't want to just cut this off here at this moment because I want to, you know, maybe I want this whole strip later, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to just cut it off and then be sorry I wished I didn't have that, right? So if she's sitting down in the corner, let's cut out to right here. Let's see, where's my, I'm trying to cut on, there's these dots are in a nice straight line. You would think I could cut a straight line if I cut on the dots, right? I don't know. Okay. And then we will cut here another line of dots. Wow, I need to take her off so I can see the dots. I'm going to have to straight. This I'm not cutting very straight, even though I'm cutting on the dots. Not exactly a straight square, but almost. Okay, so let me cut it straight now. I have it off of the other paper, and then see what she looks like in the corner, or do we just want to center her and make her, you know, just in the center. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. Let's see what she looks like sitting in the corner. Just as she looks like she is looking up at something, like, I don't know, what was she looking at that page, on that page? One of the dwarves or a bird or something? There wasn't a bird on the page. I think it was one of the dwarves, wasn't it? Or just a tree. Maybe she was just sitting under a tree or something. I think that's really pretty. I kind of like that. And then if somebody gets this and they want to cut it here, they can. Or they can put something here. Bird or flower or something. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's what we're going to do. Alright, so we made one tag and 3 journaling cards. That's just how it's working out. I still would like to make another tag. Do I have... I think I used everything I cut out though, because this was going to be a tag. But I just like her sitting in the corner like that, because she's sitting and not standing, so let's round the corners and see if we like it. I might change my mind and make her into a tag. We'll see. Let's to see how we like it like this. It's an experiment. See, I think she looks so pretty. She could be a pocket later on too if somebody wanted to make her into a pocket. Her eyes are really pretty in this one. Some of them, her eyes look a little weird, but here her eyes look pretty. Very pretty. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can make one more tag since we make 3 journaling cards. I really would like to have one more tag. Okay, we're not going to even hesitate. We're just going to find a tag, find something for a tag, and go with it. So we're not going to be picky. First thing we come to that looks like it would be a good tag, we're going to make into a tag. Unless we don't find anything, and then we won't make a tag, right? No, I think we'll find something. I'm sure we will. Okay, so these little dwarves, I mean, he could be a tag, or... No, that's not really good. There. Snow White's cooking for the dwarves. This is too wide. This could be a good envelope right here. This page right here. This could be a good envelope if you wanted to. If we want to make this into an envelope, or if whoever gets this, if you're watching at this moment, I don't know who it's going to be, but you would just fold this down as a flap and then fold this up, maybe approximately right there. It might make a good envelope if it turns out to be where you can fold this up enough to make the bottom part and then make a flap. Okay, tag. Let's focus. Okay, so this could be a tag right here. I said I wasn't going to hesitate. Oh, these could be all fussy cut too. Yeah, I might go ahead and fussy cut those out too, especially if that might be a good reason to go ahead and make this into... See, her eyes look weird here when I'm talking about where her eyes look weird sometimes. They don't look like her normal pretty eyes there. Over here, her eyes look a little weird on this one too. It's just her facial expression. I guess they're trying to give her different facial expressions, but some of her eyes are like a different shape in each drawing. See, there's still a different shape here. Okay, so this could be a tag. Yeah, I like that. And then these guys I could cut out by themselves. Even that little window could be fussy cut by itself. Alright, we're going to go with that. We're going to go with this one. And there's the witch on the back anyway. Like I said, I really don't like her anyway, so nobody likes the witch, right? You don't want to really keep her if you don't have to. Okay, let's cut this page off. We're going with it. We're going to make this one work. I think it'll look nice. It'll be a bigger tag, but it'll look cute. Okay, so I'm going to cut right here in the middle of these 2 dwarves, and let's see. Let me do it with my scissors, and then we'll straighten it out. So I want to cut this apart here. We'll straighten it out in a second. And then I'm going to see if I can keep this whole window. And there's a bird there. So that'll be something I can fussy cut right there. Those 2. And then this. Let's see. So let's cut right here. Let's cut over here. See, I'm not really... I see what I'm cutting off here. I'm not really cutting anything off there. Let me cut down here first. I need a straight line to be able to cut though. That right there. Okay, see there, it's shaping up. And I got too much white over here. I just want to make sure of what this is going to be. It's going to be a skinny tag. Alright, so I think that I will leave this squared off and then make this side a little bit fussy cut. so that I can keep all of this dwarf here and don't have to cut him off. So we'll just fussy cut on this side, and then if we put this on craft colored cardstock, or any colored cardstock, but I think the craft color will show up, make this show up nicely, if you know what I mean. And you'll see what I mean in a second when I put it down onto the cardstock. Okay, so we're keeping that little winding little kind of tree there. It looks kind of pretty. Very pretty, actually. And then a little bit up here. So that craft colored cardstock will show in between these little, see, all in between here. See that? Oh. Okay, let's find a piece. Here's a piece right here. See what I mean? How pretty that will be. Isn't that pretty? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's glue it down and then we'll cut off the top. Make sure exactly where it's going to be here. So some glue. And glue on my edges. Yeah, I was saying my granddaughter went to vacation Bible school, and I was quite excited for her, or I am quite excited for her, because she's 4 and she doesn't go to school yet. But yet she loves people and kids and singing and doing all the motions to songs and acting. So whatever they do, she loves like little craft projects and listening to people read to her. She's kind of learning how to read, and she loves people to read her storybooks, and so I would imagine that Vacation Bible School is going to be right up her alley. There's going to be lots of kids and all of the above, right? That's how they do it these days. Okay, there it is. That's pretty cute. Pretty cute. Oh, I love it. Isn't that adorable? I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to put anything at the top. It's just going to stay like that. I don't even think I'm going to round the corners. I think I'm just going to leave it just like that. Okay. So I'm going to say we're done because, I'm sure this video is getting long enough. I didn't mean to make 3 journaling cards, but we did. So, got like scissors everywhere here. And glue. Okay, this is what we made. Just as a reminder. This one with her sitting in the corner, looking up so that somebody can put something here or cut it off, and if they don't like that, or make a pocket. And then here's this one with the shaped side. That is really pretty. I like that. And then here's one of our little dwarves there. The one where we covered up the words with the flower and made it into a tag. And then this other journaling card here where she looks so sweet. And the castle in the background. So cute. So anyway, these will all go into this journal along with all the fussy cuts that I showed you at the beginning. And they got buried under my flowers, but there's quite a few fussy cuts to play with, and I might cut out those other dwarves. I probably will, that I showed you, so there's going to be lots of fussy cuts to have fun with in here. So even though I'm calling these blank journals, they're blank journals because the pages are pretty much blank and they're wide open for whatever anybody wants to do. I include a lot of things to craft with, just like I usually do, kind of like I usually do, put things in the pockets and clip things through the pages and all these kind of things that I'm making, especially for each of these journals. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.